Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy.
Hey everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization, and today is another Sophisticated Saturday video where together we work through my to-do list and get things done around the house. Today is going to be another day where I start off with some baking. I am making Hamantashen, which if you are not Jewish or you haven't heard of them before, they are a Jewish cookie that is typically made around this time of year. The Jewish holiday of Purim is coming up, so I thought I would make them in honor of that. They are a fun little three-sided cookie that's filled typically with things like poppy seed filling. That's one of the most traditional fillings, as well as apricot jam is another one. When I was little, my synagogue always had some that were chocolate flavored or Nutella flavored, so that's an option as well. Or you'll see I'm going to make some with just jam in the middle, but I am going to attempt the poppy seed filling, which I have never made before. I followed the cookie recipe from another YouTuber, My Jewish Mommy Life, so I will link her video where she makes hamantashen in the description box below, as well as list on the screen here the ingredients that I'm putting into the hamantashen dough. I doubled it because I always double everything, just less work. And then the poppy seed filling that I'm going to make is from a separate recipe, so I will link that one as well. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me for a pass out. I'm too lonely to be doing my drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? The only one that's left in the rain. For the poppy seed filling, I had butter and milk and sugar that I was reducing there on the stovetop. I was also adding in some honey until that was dissolved. And then you are going to whisk up an egg, and you need to take some of the hot liquid and pour it into the egg slowly so it doesn't turn into scrambled eggs, and then you pour the rest of the egg back into the hot mixture. It's a cooking technique, if you've never done it, that just, again, makes sure that your egg doesn't turn into a scrambled egg.
But that's not the truth.
The sauce needed to thicken here, so I also wanted to make sure I kept it on more of like a medium-low temperature and kept stirring it continuously. Then finally you can add in the poppy seeds, and that is your poppy seed filling. It needs to cool off before you start making your cookies, which is fine because I had my dough chilling in the refrigerator for 30 to 45 minutes. Marion, who originally shared this recipe, says that you should work the dough a little bit with your hands just to warm it up a bit, and I think I needed to do that a little bit more because my main issue with the dough was that it cracked a lot, and maybe I just didn't work it with my hands enough, but I had a lot of trouble, as you might notice with me cutting these out.
I fall behind every time that you're around. And it's a lie when I say that I'll be fine. And in the night I tend to lose my sight. I fade out within the moving light.
Roll your dough out to about 1/8 of an inch thick. You are going to make your circles, and then you are going to place them on a parchment lined baking sheet. So you can use a circular cookie cutter, a biscuit cutter, or in my case, because I had neither of those, a round glass.
Shut my eyes and see through my mind. I can see through my feelings now. I can see clear through my mind.
Once you have everything out on the parchment lined baking sheet, you can start to add your filling. You'll see I'm adding my jam here, or you could do Nutella or the poppy seed filling, just about a teaspoon or so, and you are going to fold it up into triangle shapes.
I see red, I feel blue, but it's all black and white. It's black and white. And in the night,
Make sure to pinch it really, really well, because I guess I shouldn't have said the only issue that I had was that the dough was crumbly. The other issue that I had was some of these Hamentashens lost their triangular shape, so make sure to pinch them really well and then bake in the oven till they are just slightly golden brown, and this is what they should look like. They are delicious and jam filled and oh so good.
to shut my eyes, to shut my eyes and see through my mind. I can see through my feelings now. I can see.
Next up on my to-do list is to fill a whole bunch of sophisticated orders from my website. I just created some new planner pads, weekly planner pads, daily planner pads, a to-do list. So I've had a lot of orders recently. I am just laying everything out in a little bit of an assembly line and filling my orders that way. You'll see some people also ordered microfiber cloths or some glass and silicone spray bottles. I hand package all of these orders. I write a little note thanking you for your business and for supporting me, because you truly are supporting me. And especially when it's these products that I have created myself, it just feels so good every single time I get an order come through. And a lot of times I love recognizing people's names from YouTube that leave comments, or on Instagram, or people that reorder things. So if you are supporting me, I just want to say thank you, and I do notice you and truly, truly appreciate you. If you haven't checked out my website, it's always linked in the description box below if you're interested in any of these items, but I typically do fill a lot of my orders on the weekends, so this is often part of my task list on Saturdays. You saw that I had some of my products up in my office for quick filling of orders. I have some more of my back stock in the basement, one of the shelves in our storage unit I use for all of my products. So I was just filling that up with a lot of the new planner pads that I just ordered. So a little behind the scenes here on what my back stock looks like. I try and keep it as organized as the rest of my house, but because some of these products are new, I had to fill them up, and it's constantly changing in here as inventory changes and things run out or I get new products. And these little drop front bins are from the Container Store. They're actually sweater bins that I have repurposed, and they've worked pretty well here.
I'm a sucker for your love. Even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Not sure what I expected.
Then upstairs, something I do every day, typically multiple times a day, is cleaning up the living room. I usually just do one really good clean at the end of the night and let things go crazy throughout the day. But it was getting a little bit later in the day, and we had so many other activities planned for the day that I don't think Owen was going to spend a lot of extra time here. So if I cleaned it up, he probably wasn't going to do a lot more damage before bedtime.
It's your body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. I'm a sucker for your love. Even though it's kind of toxic, babe.
His room was also a complete mess. As you can tell, he has been very into books. I keep a lot of his books down low on his bookshelf in his closet so he can grab them himself, which is great because he can entertain himself a little bit, but he constantly wants us to read him books and will grab more books and more books and more books, so we always have a little bit of a pile here. So I'm going to put these ones back away in his closet, which is good because it cleans up his floor, but also good for us because that means next time he'll grab different books and we don't have to keep reading the same books over and over and over again.
Innocent. We know what we did. I'm a sucker for your love.
While I'm at it and cleaning up his room, I'm going to do a little restocking here and restock all of his wipes.
That your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe.
Some more behind the scenes here. A lot of times when I share on Saturdays my to-do list, there are a lot of things that I don't necessarily share. For example, filming a YouTube video is something that's on my Saturday to-do list, and me sharing this sophisticated Saturday was checking something off of my to-do list. And keeping a YouTube channel and Instagram does require a lot of work, and now that Instagram Reels are such a thing, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all of that, I feel like I constantly have to be making more content. So here's a little behind the scenes of me creating a reel for my sophisticated motherhood Instagram. That is the Instagram and YouTube channel that I have for all motherhood stuff. And if you haven't been noticing, this bookshelf I rotate out every single month for Owen. I have different books that match a theme for the month. This month of March, I'm doing a St. Patrick's Day theme with some rainbows, and was just making a little bit of a reel there.
But now when you're with her, I can see that you miss.
Into the laundry room, there were a few things that had stains in them, so I wanted to get those stain treated and soak before I ran a load of laundry. Some of it is Owen stuff, and I'm going to show you the stain remover that I use for his stuff. I use either the Puracy stain remover that you'll see I'm using right there, that I use on everything. I have shared before that it is the best thing to get rid of eye makeup on pillowcases like mascara. Owen got into my lipstick, spilled some on his white shirt, of course. He also spilled a smoothie onto this outfit here, the sweatshirt and pants, and I'm using the best stain remover here. I will link that one in the description box below, but I am just letting it sit there so you can see it work its magic. Stains truly disappear before your very eyes.
Now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it.
Even with those stain treatments, I am going to use a little bit of the Branch Basics powder. This is the Oxygen Boost, and fill it in a bowl of water and let it sit and soak before I put it into the washing machine. And I actually just dump the bowl of water with the oxygen powder straight into the washing machine.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with
I had a bunch of sweaters that I had previously hand washed that were drying on the drying rack in Jim's office there. They are finally dry. Those sweaters take forever to dry, especially when I hand wash them. So I was going to put all of them away, hang them up in my closet, and a couple of them I do fold and stick in some of the open shelves I have in my closet.
the morning? Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah.
It was already dinner time, and I didn't share making this recipe, but I made a blackened salmon with potatoes and this avocado goddess sauce that was so delicious, and I crumbled some feta on top with it. This recipe also said to serve it with rice on the side, but I just left it as is. I figured potatoes was probably enough. And then once I got our meal plated, I cut Owen up some potatoes and got his meal all ready to go as well.
I'm on the train headed back to Indiana. The rain is forming into rivers out.
Such a mess at the table, per usual, but it's just part of the cleaning routine here. I actually find it kind of therapeutic, and I've shared before that when I do my nightly cleaning in the kitchen, I often watch one of my favorite shows while I do this and use this as a time to catch up on some TV while doing a little bit of cleaning.
We can start all over in our hometown. Running free. It could be.
One last random thing that I'm gonna do is to sew back a button on the duvet cover on our bed. I don't know how this popped off. I think I was just shaking it and it popped right off. But I have been playing around with a new type of to-do list that Jim and I are doing together. So I'm trying to keep a running list of all of the little random things that I have to do that I've been putting off. trying to have Jim do that as well, and then create a third part of the list that's things that the two of us need to do together, whether it's we need to sit down and book a flight for somewhere, or we've been trying to figure out what type of workout bench to order in our workout room. We want to do that together, and creating this whole list. And I'm trying every day to check one of those items off myself, have Jim check off one of those items, and then check off a group item together. My item for the day was that silly button that had been sitting on our dresser for over a week now. But that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you guys later.